Saturday's wedding, I thought the groomsman had taken off his shirt because he was that sweaty. White shirt stuck to him.
I don't find anything amusing by any of
Full body tats, and it was like his shirt was transparent.
Yeah.
But it was like, fucking.
There's nothing funny about that.
No. All right, are we back on?
Yeah. Oh, welcome back.
Welcome back.
We'll start with "Are we back on?"
Round two of the wedding chat.
So we talked about the show, and I did leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I had 4 Dagwood dogs, and that was it.
It was funny. We were walking around, and Gav D's partner, he'd had a couple of big nights.
Yeah.
And he was struggling a bit, and then we walked past one of the things, and he goes, "Dagwood dog?" I go, "We're at the show. Like, you can't not have a Dagwood dog."
It's also the only time you would ever willingly put that
we
in
said
your
that.
body.
We go, outside of this, you would never eat one.
I was so hungover. Do you know how I eat a sausage roll? There was
what does that mean?
There's footage from like Dilt filming because he was so mortified. So
you pull it apart or something.
Eat the pastry off it first, and then sauce up the meat log, and anyway.
Yeah. Just so you can get to the meat log. Yeah.
Completely unaware I was doing it. A fucking Dagwood dog, right? It's honest. Everyone knows.
You
Sausage
didn't do it there.
Battered on a stick.
No.
Worse.
Who did? He did?
No, me. I didn't even realise until Dill was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
No.
And I've gone horizontal, and I'm just chewing this.
Oh my God.
Chewing this off the bone, not realising
that's all we've got time for, folks. This is the last episode of the Two Monties. The fuck are you talking about?
I know, and then I looked at it and I was like, there has to be an easier way.
Like a cob of corn?
Yeah, I was eating it like a cob of corn. Because
I don't think we can go on.
Because I was so hungry, I thought, I'm going to impale myself on this.
Oh, you were worried about your safety?
Yeah. And I was like, I'm about to go honeymooning. I need,
Well, he was probably concerned about the honeymoon. If that's how you attack a Dagwood dog, he was very, very concerned about the honeymoon.
He was concerned.
Yeah, that's right. He's worried about his meat log.
I didn't want to hurt the Monty's apple before the...
Wowza.
Anyway, so Tam, my friend from Tamworth, so she messaged me after the wedding saying that Luke, her husband, took their little girl, Dot, to dance class. And as he was sat next to 2 random women, and the conversation went like this, the two ladies, he doesn't know them. I went up to Glen Innes on the weekend. Oh my God, did you go to that big wedding? No, but I heard all about it. Apparently it was a 3-day poof doof. I heard they even had fireworks. How good is a gay wedding? and Luke's sitting there going, I went, and they didn't listen or hear him or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, that's good.
I have some friends in the industry who have an opinion about fireworks that it's like this Venn diagram of like really luxe weddings and bogan weddings. It's one or the other, and then there's a little bit in the middle.
Yeah,
that's what you get.
I hope we're on the bogan scale.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think you're in the in between. You're where the circles meet.
Because it was almost BYO fucking bed. Yeah, like with the tent. If we didn't sort the glamping tents out, BYO mattress and.
Well, and then obviously I know there's some other vendors trying to get rooms in town and couldn't get them because of the show and stuff was on as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of Glen Innes, I'm going to jump. Well, we're kind of still wedding adjacent, but I had some questions about Glen Innes.
Yeah.
I just need to find my notes. One of them was I thought there was an extraordinary amount of lawyers/conveyancers as you drive up the main street.
Yeah.
Like there's 2 next to each other at one point down at that end. Closest to the farm end of the main street.
Yeah.
And as you drive up, there's another one and another one. What the fuck's going on in Glen Innes that they need so many lawyers?
Maybe a lot of divorces?
Yeah, well, I thought maybe like there's all sorts of property transactions.
I'll ask Dad, he's getting divorced. He might know a bit more from the inside there. Yeah.
That was one of them. And there was 2 things.
And might I say, thank fuck, Dad. Anyway, moving on.
Jesus Christ. Let me... Jesus. What have I got? It says wedding, and on my notes it says fireworks, ? Lawyers, ? Motels, ? So I think there's also an extraordinary amount of motels.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, that was the other thing I noticed driving around.
And a few pubs have shut down, but at one point there would have been 8 pubs.
I tell you what,
in Glen Innes.
I had a wedding at Orange on Saturday. And I thought I'd been to Orange before, but I don't believe I have because I drove in going, I haven't been here before.
Yeah.
That's a joint. If there's a fucking country town, I mean, obviously it's a big country town, but if there's a country town with more pubs per fucking capita than Orange, I will stand fucking.
It must have been a thing, like,
Man.
when they're divvying up the land, no, you can't have the corner.
Well, I think it depends on what
and that corner's got to be a pub.
I think it depends on what the where everybody's employed the most. Because I know, like, I obviously grew up in Singleton.
Yeah.
It's a coal mining town. I mean, and there's less now than there used to be. But you drive up the main street of Singleton, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, couple out on the highway. But yeah, Orange, I was driving around because as is the go, so I took a leaf out of your book last weekend. Hunter Valley Thursday, drove to Wollongong Friday, did the wedding, drove to Orange, stayed overnight, did the wedding, drove home.
My advice, don't read that book.
No. But as it's a bit different because you've got the van, but when you're staying the night before a wedding in a town, obviously accommodation normally chucks you out at 10.
Yeah.
Weddings at 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You've got these hours to fill in, for example, writing the ceremony.
Yeah.
And I bought a new laptop since your wedding, so I had no problems. But essentially, it's go and find a pub, sit in the corner, drink a schooner, write a ceremony. And I reckon I drove around for 40 minutes going, oh, there's another pub, and then trying to decide which one I might not get stabbed walking into with a laptop like a fucking wanker on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
So many pubs, though, in Orange. But yeah, and then the other thing was fireworks. And I guess the question there is, and I don't know, the fireworks were great. Can we talk about the actual business?
Oh, so good.
Can we talk about that?
100%.
So for people, Lincoln, listen up. Stop looking at your phone. You will love this part. Can I run this part? Because obviously you knew all about it.
Go for it.
So I get the run sheet.
No one believed me when I told him.
I get the run sheet, and on the run with all the vendors, and on which I might also add run sheet. Weddings on Friday turns up fucking Wednesday or something. So I
think it was actually Thursday.
So I get the run sheet. Fireworks by a company called Holy Smokes, owned by Father Anthony whatever. And I go, huh? Is this must be a mistake. So I message him straight away. He goes, no, that is correct. And I'm like, the fuck is happening? So anyway, fireworks happen. So the bit you don't know is, that was fine.
Yeah.
And like I said, a bloke that works for, a bloke who does some work for him is this guy I used to go to school with.
Right.
Who lives in Singleton. He had to call him in though, because obviously he was tied up, most of his guys, with the show.
Yeah.
But I got all of that run down. So just backtracking slightly to the show, we were there for a bit. I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of here. Girls were freezing because it was fucking 12 degrees.
Yeah.
We'll go to the pub. So we walked down the street to the pub. But before I left, I went into the toilets. And as I came out of the toilets, here's a sign stuck to the wall for whatever the taxi cab company's called.
Rick's Taxis.
No, it's not Ritz. Something else.
In Glen?
Yeah.
There's only one taxi.
It's not Ritz. It wasn't Ritz.
Rick.
Oh, Rick. Yeah. Rick's Taxi. Sorry, yeah. No. Let me go. Let me go, please. So I take a photo of it because I think we're probably not going to be able to jag the bus. Like, I don't know what's going on with the bus. I should take the taxi number. So we go to one of the pubs down the road. Delicious meal. 2 schooners. We're like, got to get the fuck out of here. So, and not because of the pub, because it was day 3 of a fucking long few days. So we ring Rick's Taxis. Fella comes and picks us up. Not Rick, the other bloke whose name escapes me.
Only for a week. He's only just got a second taxi, so it was always Rick.
You're ruining the story. Because between the drive from Glen Innes to Crossmaglen, I've been filled in on all of the details. So, old mate's only he did something else. The other taxi bloke has retired. Rick's bought his taxi and license. Now there's 2 taxis. Old mate drives for him. You got this other bloke doing the fireworks because Rick works for Father Anthony.
Yep.
But he would have been at the show last night, so that's why he wasn't there.
Yep.
So we get the whole story about the ownership of the taxis, the fireworks scenario. Off we go. We get back to the camp. We're only back 2 minutes, couple more. Oh, I was going to say a couple more taxis come back. Obviously, a couple more taxis don't come back. One taxi comes in. And I might add, on our drive out, the bloke who's telling us the whole story, there's people ringing. It's about the time people are wanting to leave the thing. Mate, I'm just driving out to Thingo. I'll be half an hour. No, there is no other. No, he's driving out here as well, mate. No, it'll be half an hour. And he goes, you can ring the other company, mate, but that's us too. Anyway, I'll see you later. He has that conversation about 4 times. So then we get out there, jump into the tent. I think I jumped up 10 minutes later to have a leak. Other taxis arriving with, I think, Kayla and 2 other girls and Scotty in the front seat.
Yeah.
As the taxi swings its lights on me, Scotty essentially leaps out of the car and he goes, Monty, Rick wants to talk to you. So obviously Rick's driving the other taxi. So Rick leaps out of the taxi and, hi Rick, I know you're listening because he told me, loves the podcast.
Oh, fuck, good on him.
Fucking loves the podcast.
Well, he shouldn't be listening to it with passengers.
No, I don't think he was listening to it in the car, but he's like, mate, I wanted to say g'day. I fucking love the podcast.
He's such a legend.
Oh, mate. And I talked to him for ages and then we talked about the Holy Smokes thing and how he does that. And I said, and the priest owns it? And he goes, yeah, mate, I don't think his bosses are really thrilled with it. He's the only Catholic priest in the world with a fireworks license. And I was like, no shit. I know that sounds impressive. I didn't think there was any other ones. So I had this great conversation with Rick where he also filled me in on all the details. Yeah. Big handshakes and a hug before he left and off he went. And I was like, how's the taxi company in Glen Innes? Fucking outstanding.
So good. So he used to run the Commonwealth Bank.
No, I should also say, keep in mind, Ricky's going to listen to this. He told me.
No, he used to run the Commonwealth Bank. So everybody, everyone knows everyone. So great. In that Bridgerton ball we did.
The what?
That Bridgerton charity ball we did. Same thing, staying out the farm and everyone's lined up at I'd already rang him before the event to say, we're probably going to
have people.
Need a lift out for a couple of, anyway. Same deal. Whole wedge of people lined up ringing. He's like, let's go.
Yeah.
Such a legend.
Well, yeah, and the other bloke, he was like, you're lucky you rang me when you did. You're right on he said, it's going to start getting busy. You're lucky you got me right when because we rang and he turned pretty much straight up.
So he messaged me not long after.
Who, Rick or the other fella?
Rick, not long after you would have had a chat with him.
Yeah. Because the bus turned up maybe 20 minutes later.
But he messages and goes, congratulations. Hope you had a great day, all that. And he goes, I'm really sorry to ask, but and he was so polite about it. I don't know the fucking thing. He should have just been honest. The puff in the tassels, talking about Scotty.
Oh, amazing. I'm already excited about where this has gone. He shit in the front seat.
I just had 3 ladies and a fellow named Scotty. I didn't realise until I got back to town that the F-boss declined. If you're talking to them, could you please let them know to contact me during the week?
Amazing.
So anyway, Scotty, if you're listening, you owe me $48.13, you tight cunt. And Rick, I got it sorted, mate.
Yeah, good one.
But just so,
and I think he said
you
too,
couldn't do that here. If you declined, they'd be chasing. You'd have the cops after you.
He'd be back out there. Yeah. But it was funny though. He was too busy getting out trying to fucking talk to me. But I'd said to him, because he said about the podcast, and I said, Scotty was just on. He goes, I'm not up to that one yet. I said, when you are, mate, you'll know that was the bloke that was in the front of your cab.
Oh, God.
It was awesome. They were great.
So good. And that's like the same with the bus too. They're like, do you want to send someone in to decorate the bus? And
right.
And even I got to pick the driver, because it's a mate I go motorbike riding with every year. And he used to drive me to school.
Yeah.
And so he round town was just telling everyone that he got to drive the wedding bus. So it was so good.
Well, and I might add too, just back to, my mate here. So get the run sheet, the day before or whatever. When we're getting on the bus on the first night to go into town for drinks and stuff, he goes, oh, by the way, can you make a few announcements at the front of the bus? And I'm like, can I make some announcements? I fucking suppose so. So I might just been around and so I might also add, so I had to do that, which was like, no drinking on the bus, keep your seatbelt. I had to be the fucking bloke.
Yeah.
And then, which I also said, and here's because I was already half cut by then. I was like, and here's another tip: if you're making a speech tomorrow, Don't start it with, for those of you who don't know me, and fucking your mate Mel got up and said, even though Monty said on the bus yesterday not to say this, for those of you who don't know me, and I was just like, boo! So then I'd already been roped into the MC thing, and he'd also said to me,
also, give Mel a bit of credit. She was 10 days postpartum.
Yeah. Like, no shade. She just did the thing I specifically told her not to do.
That is a best friend. Having a baby.
It was
10
very
days
good.
Prior and come to the wedding.
But then, he'd said to me,
love you, Mel.
I was going to get Scotty to do the emceeing, but I can't really trust him to be fucking, all together.
He's a liability.
He's a liability. Can you do it's just introducing a few speeches. I go, righto, mate. It was like a proper MC job. Like it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what happened.
So there was the entry.
Oh, yeah.
But then just on the setup, Pito's, there was a bit of feedback and it kept cutting out.
Yeah.
So I did the intro and then obviously you did the dance floor with like 3 or 4 songs and I thought, I've got enough time to run and get my PA and bring it back while they're doing this dancing. Yeah. So I can because I can't. And it's the old story. As soon as it fucks up once, I'm like, I can't trust it. I'm going to get my own gear. Yeah. When I came back, Peter was like, I think I fixed it. I go, you can get fucked. I'm using mine now. But by then, I think you were already halfway through. Oh, no, I missed your first dance. I came in when it was all dance. Like, I introduced your first dance and then I ran back to the tent to get my PA, which I don't think you knew. I just disappeared and came back and then the dance came on.
I don't give a fuck, mate.
No.
It's not your day.
But then the dancing was over and it was straight into speeches and it was like 5 speeches that went for about an hour.
The carry-on wasn't that fucking long, was it?
At least.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Oh, well.
And nobody would know that except me because they were all great speeches. Yeah. When you do them and they're terrible speeches, you're like, fucking let's go. But they were all great speeches. It was over an hour.
Yeah, right.
So by the time that all rolled around and then... Because the dancing happened and I said, don't go anywhere, everyone. We're going to go straight into speeches. And half the people fucking wanted outside to have darts. So I just walked out and I was like, I don't know if you guys are fucking deaf. We're just having this. No, speeches are starting now. No, we'll just finish. No. Like, so I'm shouting at people walking off to the tents. I go, don't go to the tents. Fucking get back here. Yeah. So there was a lot of that.
Yeah, right. I didn't say any of that, so that's good.
No, that's good. You're not supposed. You're not supposed to. But
well, lucky you're on the big money.
But that's
everyone else.
Yeah. That's the old. Oh, mate, it'll just be like 2 seconds of stuff. I go, okay, mate, no worries.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. And the other thing was because it went on so long, I'd already gone up to speak to the kitchen and said, I don't know what time you're supposed to serve. It's not going to happen. So, and she said, what time? And I said, let's aim for 7:30. And I think we came in I think the speech started at 6:30.
Yeah.
I said, well, aim for 7:30. And so at 7:25, there was still 1.5 to go. Yeah. And I walked out, I said, Scotty, can you run up to the kitchen, please, and just let them know it's not going to be 7:30? Like, nope, off you go. Beat it. You can't drink my drink. I said, can you just sneak up to the kitchen and tell them it's not going to be 7:30 and I don't know when it's going to be?
Because I never looked at my phone all the time
nor should
fucking
you.
Anything once.
Nor should you.
And I did not give a fuck.
No.
Because you're at a farm with no curfew.
No. But it's only how's this bloke? He's done this many weddings and he's going, I don't give a fuck about the kitchen. I'm doing what I want. Because that's it. There was no curfew. It was only the food was ready.
There was that much fucking food.
There was so much food.
We had 7 canapes before.
The canapes were tremendous.
That's why I got it.
They were so good.
Laura Swan Fine Foods out of Uralla did one wedding with her back in March, Laura Brown's, and I'd heard good things and had that, and
the canapes were excellent.
Possibly the best wedding food I've ever had. So Moroccan lamb cutlets for the win.
The Moroccan lamb cutlets were incredible.
And that's a farm fam tradition. Dad used to always bring them out, and Robert would eat like 10 to 15 of them easily.
Yeah, back in the day before they were $30 each.
And then he'd be on his 15th cutty, and then he'd go, oh, no, I won't have any more. I've still got to eat my steak.
Yeah.
Like it was a little entree.
I was saying to Dylan before, not Dylan, you're not Dylan, you're Lincoln. Before we went into the...
Who the fuck's Lincoln?
Yeah. No, I mean, I was just going into my notes so I could have things to talk about, but realised I had another note that just said Monty and Dylan that was, for listeners will know, I worked into the ceremony hip hip hooray. I made the whole crowd hip hip hooray because I knew he hated it.
Yeah.
And I opened with the other two things I had on my list that I hadn't talked about were I opened with welcome to the wedding of Monty Galen Harron. And so you were like daggers across the fucking thing to me. And then welcome to the wedding of Monty Galen Harron and I believe his name's Dylan, which I also thought was very funny. I don't know that anybody else did, but I didn't give a fuck.
Any listeners
it was some boxes I had to tick.
Yeah.
And to my credit, I didn't labour the point. I did it once at the start and moved on.
No, that was a job well done.
Yeah.
Fucking hip hip hooray.
Hip hip hooray was my favourite thing, just mid thing. So everyone, I know you're not, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do, but you'll know what to do when I do it. So after me, hip, hip. Everyone's like, what the fuck is happening? That's just for me because he hates it.
No, it was so good. I was on it I can blow wind up your ass, but it's going to be abundantly clear in the video when I'm fucking pissing myself for 99% of that ceremony. And it's the other 1% is when I was actually talking and couldn't laugh.
Yeah. And Dylan was sobbing.
He sobbed the whole day.
He did.
Fuck me.
I was a bit in the beginning. Before we even started, he was standing
so
there.
emotional.
Yeah, and that's great.
All
that's
the photos we got back from his friends, it's just him going, I'm so happy.
That's great.
It's so good. How are we going, Lincoln? Are we ready to move to the hunt? 22.
Oh, let's. You got one more thing? Anything else about the wedding? Because we should, instead of starting a new thing, we should just wrap the wedding thing up so we don't have to annoy the fuck out of people over the next thing. Anything else? Any other events? Anything that happened?
I don't know.
Obviously, the aqua golf didn't happen. There was a point I was going to go and swim in the dam, and then someone told me it was about knee deep, and I went, "Oh, I don't really want to do that."
No, we don't. No, it's fine. You got to dive shallow. The aqua golf we pulled the pin on because it was going to cost us $500 to get floating golf balls, and it was raining anyway. And if you had the choice between shooting a shotgun, and hitting a golf ball,
or sitting in an office writing which I mind you, to make it worse, I was sitting up in Robert's office or the family office, and there were there were 22 shells and something else shells sitting on the thing, and I was just like, I'm on a farm. And then he came up and opened the cabinet in front of me, which became very apparent it was the gun cabinet, because he's unlocking the thing and pulling out the shotguns. I was like, that's what's happening now. I'm missing this as well. And to make it worse, he's got him right in front of me here.
I know, because we had such a big one the night before. We're dusty, obviously, wedding morning. Like, we kind of were in a bit of a rush. Like, there was fucking shitloads of time to get everything done.
Yeah.
But we didn't start shooting shells until 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then we had to fuck off at 11 to go get ready.
I'd been sitting up in the office for an hour by then.
Yeah. No, my apologies.
And I don't think I came out. Oh, you don't need to be sorry. It was a cavalcade of things not going right.
Oh.
On top of just me shitting myself.
Mechanical bull. So that was... So old mate was just going to turn around and drive home. He said, it's wet, can't do it.
Yeah.
And Robert set him up in the shed, which I'm fucking glad he did.
There was plenty of people on it.
So the only thing we couldn't do that we booked and paid for was a jumping castle, which is fine. But I did split were you there when I split my pants?
Oh, maybe.
That's the only reason we got changed.
Right.
We had 10 fucking outfits to choose from for the day. We obviously had our wedding outfit, but then we were going to do like a reception thing, but then mine was the wrong side. We had all these different things.
That silver thing you wore was great.
So that was the plan fucking F, but we both had matching ones. Still had a pink one, I had a silver one, but they were full length, like sleeved things.
Right.
And then mine was way too big, so like the crutch come down and good. So, but then I'd ordered this other one, which was the short one that, Lady Gaga with the shoulder pad thing. And then Dill had some other shit there. But it only got changed.
When he says some other shit, he means lovely wedding outfit.
Both got changed. And you need to put those glasses back on, I'm sorry.
Why?
Because with the no eyebrows, it looks like you're having treatment. So
Jesus, wet.
Sorry. You just throwing me off.
So offensive.
Now you look good. Again, yeah, that's good. Because it's right at the eyebrow line. So,
fuck, how's this guy?
Anyway, split the fucking dax.
Mate, you did such a good job at my wedding. Jeez, you look like a weird cunt. Anyway,
split the dax, and then to the point where a couple of girls came in the house. I was like, we'll stitch them back up. And then
which dax?
The wedding outfit.
Which I also might add, and it didn't matter, but you'd come in on the fucking bucket.
Dylan nearly went cunt up in the bucket.
Well, not only that, because I said to Nick, wait till the photos come back, because I can guarantee you it'll be Harron grinning like a maniac and Dylan shitting himself.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But no, what I was going to say, because was he in the white one or you in the white one?
He was in the white one.
Fucking rust marks all up and down his white fucking thing.
And I'd done a test run in it in the dry and it was fine. But I think Dylan had a few shandies.
Had he been on the dry run?
Sorry, no, Dan had a few shandies beforehand. So it was a bit quick on the sling.
Yeah.
On the slew, rather.
Yeah.
And then and it was slippery. So Dill slid straight into the back of the bucket, which was rusty as shit.
Yeah. But that's what I said. I can guarantee the photos will be Harron grinning like a maniac and Dylan shitting himself.
I thought about, you could put some hessian in there, but it would have looked fucking shit.
Yeah.
So
because I was like,
rusty.
I thought it was mud all over his pants, and they're like, no, it's rust from the bucket. And I go,
well, mud at the bottom because we'd done our photos and it was proper raining when we did them.
Oh, and you know what else I am going to do?
I don't know how, but Dill had mud from armpit to arsehole, like I had pushed him over in the mud.
Oh, how's he fucking gaslighting him now? Like,
and I was like, how in the fuck?
Dylan's going around telling people he pushed him over, and he's like, I did not, Dylan. Gaslighting.
He had it on his shoulder and his back and his
Speaking of photos, we've neglected.
Oh, Jackson Grant.
What a fucking champion.
So good. I just worked with some people this weekend that had him shoot theirs, and they obviously saw mine on his or whatever. Yeah. But there was not a single person that wasn't blowing wind up Jackson's arms.
He not only were the photos amazing, he obviously has a very distinctive style.
Yeah.
But the photos that I've seen are amazing, but he couldn't have been a better dude.
Yeah. And we hit him up again a couple of days before. Look, we think, we're going to have everyone there the night before for dinner and drinks and the poof doof. Can you shoot a bit there? Yep.
He was great. He was amazing.
So accommodating.
And then had to fly to fucking Melbourne the next day.
He had a gig in Melbourne on the Saturday. So
absolutely. We should finish on Jackson Grant.
Jackson, we love you.
Legend.
And if that album happens to come through earlier,
Jackson, this wasn't an opportunity for him. I was not setting that up. I wouldn't do that.
No, you can't rush perfection. No, whenever
you did
it
sign
comes.
off, I did the last one.
All right, we'll see you next Tuesday for round 3 of the. Oh no, we're done with the wedding.
The wedding's done.
We got the honeymoon now.
Oh fuck! Really?
Pipe down.
Where he talks about munching down on Dylan like eating a Pluto pup sideways.
You've been able to talk about your wedding and honeymoon twice, so you'll just let me have it once.
This fucking guy. See you next Tuesday.
Bye.